a kleptomaniac parrot on the run.
Ooh, Yaoi review.
Hi everybody, it's Corbin, and today I am going to talk about a Yaoi comic book called Boned by Alex Fox. Now, there is nothing for me to read in the back, so I will do my best to explain the first 2 volumes of this little series to you guys. Now, Boned is an online webcomic. This is independently published, so that is a bonus plus, because I very rarely lately have been talking about independently published stuff. I'll put a link down to the comic and where you can buy it down in my description so you guys can check it out. I did buy these on my own. First, let's start with the critique of the 2 physical copies. My number 1 pet peeve when I buy yaois in general is I like them to line up so they look nice when I put them on a shelf, and I can organize them by height, as well as publisher, as well as by author and all of that stuff. These are 2 completely different heights. I don't know if you can really tell. Side by side like this, one is just ever so slightly taller, and if I go like this, the width is different, the height is different. Now, it's not such a drastic difference that it's going to really bother me when I see it on a shelf, but in the long run, that does kind of bother me as just an aesthetic thing. Now, this one is a matte kind of print cover. This one is a glossy print cover. I like the glossy better than the matte. They both are relatively durable because today I did actually drop them and they kind of flew across the room. And they did relatively well. There's some dings in the matte more than in the glossy more than the matte. So that is neither here nor there. They're basic kind of book format. Print quality-wise, if we're going to just go with the printing, it's a pretty decent job printed inside of here. I mean, I like it overall. I do like the second volume more than the first, though, as far as print quality goes. This one just feels crisper, it feels nicer, it feels more professional. This one feels a little more like, this is our trial run, let's see how it goes. I mean, I'll be honest, Volume 1 feels like the trial run, Volume 2 feels more professional. Now, let's delve into Volume 1. Volume 1's main premise and plot point seems to be that someone is looking for someone else and wanting their property back. That's the most blasé thing I can tell you that happens in this entire thing. Now, as far as I can really tell you, this isn't necessarily the most interesting of all things. The main character's name is Mace. Mace is the one who is being sought after. He wakes up in the morning after a night of frivolous partying and bump fun, and we learn that he has found a ring inside his jacket pocket. The ring doesn't look like anything special. It looks like a plain skull ring, like a skull bird ring. I'll try to, maybe put a picture over here of it. And he doesn't care about it. A parrot swoops down, grabs the ring, and flies off with it. He says, good riddance, who cares about that cheap piece of jewelry? He proceeds to go see the next character that's involved, which he lovingly calls BJ, so let's see if I can find a good picture. That's Mace. Okay. And that's BJ. So, it's a fun little volume, sort of. It does feel lacking a point. We also meet 2 other characters. The other character, I don't even remember Malik. The other character's name is Malik. And I can't exactly show you him at this moment because, well, there you go, there's Malik. Malik is that cutie right there and there. He is a bellboy, bellboy, and he works in a hotel. And we find out it's a very shady kind of hotel that deals with dead bodies and weird things, or at least that's what he jokingly says. And we also deal with another character. Yeah, his name is Blanc Sylvian. He is this little hottie right here, and he is the one seeking after a Mace. He's the one looking for Mace, which is the main protagonist. Now, Sylvian, I'm sure I'm saying his name. I'll just call him Blanc, because that's his last name. Blanc is looking for... Oh my god. Blanc is looking for Mace, and Mace doesn't remember him because he was so out of it, so drug-addled, and I mean, I hate to say it, that's kind of his MO apparently. And that's all that happens in this volume, is he's looking for Mace. Mace is found by Blanc. End of story. That's where this ends. And then we get a funny little tidbit at the very end explaining how how Blanc got Mace kicked out of the hotel they were staying in by the little Bella boy. Yep. So in Volume 2, we see the story evolve quite a bit more. It opens with a drug-addled dream, and it gets interesting from there. We open up to still having Blanc and Mace together, and Blanc wants a Starbucks, so they go get coffee, and they're searching for this parrot that has stolen said ring. Mace doesn't take it seriously at all, but he seems to have a great connection with the birds, the flying vermin of the city they're in, and they end up going all across the city, guiding and talking to birds, and it's cute in that aspect. The cop, BJ, we discover that he has a family, a little sister, and she is dating a very vicious lesbian who likes to drug people's drinks. And it's very odd, but interesting in a good way. I liked this volume far more than the first volume. This volume, we discover what the real plot is and why he so desperately wants the ring back. He wants the ring back because it's worth $2 million. If you want to know why, you guys need to pick this up or read it online. I thoroughly enjoyed this volume. This volume got 3 out of 5 stars. The first volume got 2 out of 5 stars. First volume didn't have enough plot. This one finally started ramping up and becoming cute and funny enough to have a good plot. So if you guys are interested, I'll have the links down below to these yaois, and you should check them out. Now, hit me comments, please. I love responding to you guys. It's a lot of fun to me. If you have questions or concerns, shoot them down below. Both these yaois are really 18+. There isn't any fluffing or fudging them. So yeah, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye. Do you like what you see? Then subscribe!